Hi, boys and girls. I know that packet that you got seems really long, but don't worry, you're not going to do all of it, okay? There's parts of it that you're going to do, and there's different options for you, which is why it's so big, okay? But you don't have to do all of it. There's just a lot of different options for you to choose from. Okay, so we're going to talk about fluency first, okay? We know what fluency is, right? Just like in class when we use a timer and we read for 1 minute, right? Or your homework, a lot of you have the fluency homework where you read and you take a timer and time how long it takes you to read a passage. It's the same thing, okay? So this fluency routine explains it for the parents, what to do. For day 1 and day 5, you need to have an older sibling or a family member help you. And for days 2, 3, and 4, you can read it on your own, boys and girls. Okay, so day 1 and day 5, they have the same directions. Students read the passage for 1 minute while an adult or older sibling follows along with his or her own copy of the passage. As the student reads, the adult or sibling will make notes on their paper with a slash, a line like this, for any words that are incorrect. Okay? That way that your parents or your family members or your older sibling, whoever's helping you, will be able to help you understand which words that you need to work on, okay, so that we can review them after. So you'll just mark it with a line, okay? So the adult or sibling that's helping you is then going to use a bracket, okay, a line just like this, to show where you stopped reading, okay? And I'll show you an example of this in just a minute. Okay, after 1 minute. So they'll just put a little bracket wherever you stopped after 1 minute. The number of words read correctly is calculated by noting where you stopped reading and subtracting the errors. Okay? Any sibling or adult that is working with you will then go over the errors or any mistakes and tell you how to correctly say those words, how to correctly pronounce them. Okay? And then your adult that you're working with or sibling can tell you one thing that you did really well and one thing that you could work on. All right? Okay. Let's see. So this is the tracking sheet that you'll use. Okay. It has the number of words on the side. And it says which passage. So the first, it says day 1 and day 5. Okay. So you're just going to track how many words you got correct on day 1. And then again on day 5, how many you got correct. Okay. All right, so I'm going to show you now just an example of how to do that. Okay. So our very first reading for fluency, okay, is The First Americans. So I'm looking on this sheet to help me follow along. Okay, this guide will help you to know which work you need to do which day. I also laid it out on our website on the Google Sites, okay? So we can look at that to help us too. All right, First Americans. So that is this sheet. You'll notice, boys and girls and parents, there are little numbers. This one says 25 right here. So that means that this word is the 25th word. Okay, so when you're counting how many words you've read, you can use those numbers to help you. So if this is the 25th word, okay, ago, right, then this would be 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, right? And there's numbers all throughout. This one says 50, okay, 75. So depending on where you stop reading, you can find a number to help you count how many words. All right, so I will show you now what you're going to do. So you can take either your phone or a clock and do a timer. I can show you on my phone. Your phone might be different, but I have a clock right here. Okay. And then if you go to timer, and then you're just going to set for 1 minute. Okay. Then the student is going to read the passage, and you're just going to draw a line on your paper of any words that they get wrong. Okay, and you can have a separate sheet if you're able to. Okay, ready, set, go. People have been living in North America for a long time. When explore came to North America from Europe 500 years ago, they were looking for a way to get to the Indies. Their maps did not show North America. The explorers traveled for a long time on ships. When the explorers got to the land, they thought they were in the Indies. The European explorers found people when they landed in North America. The explorers called these people Indians because they thought they had come to the Indies. Oh, my timer went off, so I'm going to stop right there. Okay, so to show you what I did, okay, when I was reading, I had trouble with this word. So because this word, explorers, I could not say, I put a slash. So whoever is reading with you, okay, listening to you read and timing you, would just put a line through there because that was a word that was difficult for you. And also the word America, I had trouble with. I couldn't pronounce this word. So the adult that I worked with would just cross that line off. And right here is where I stopped after the 1 minute mark. So I would just put a bracket showing that that's where I stopped reading. Okay. So after you're done, your parent or sibling who's working with you would just say, okay, let's look at the words that we made mistakes on. Okay. This word is explorers. Okay. And this word is America. Can you show me how you can read this word? Let's sound it out. Explorers. Explorers, that's right. Now you say it. Explorers. Okay. America. America. Very good. A good way to help the kids with sounding words out is by syllabication, just means breaking up the syllables. So we could say explorers. That's 3 parts. So let's read it just like that. Explorers. Explorers. Okay, same thing with America. America. And just breaking it up. Sometimes it'll be helpful if you break it up like this. And the kids know how to do this. America. They just break it up. Okay. And they know to mark their V's. We call it, if you want to do this at home, we say mark your vowels with a V and mark your C's with a C. And then they swoop, and they usually know how to cut it. So it might help them. If it's tricky for them, don't worry. But some of them, especially if they're in an interventionist group, they'll be very familiar with cutting up the words like that to help sound it out. Okay. And then again, for the bracket, you just do it right here. Sorry. So I stopped on the word Indies. Let's see if there's a number nearby. Okay. So right below Indies, there's 100, right? I'm just going to count back from 100. So 100, 99, 98, 97, 96, 95, 94, 93, 92, 91. Another thing you can do, which might help, is just write down. So I counted today that I got to 91. If I just write a 91 on there, then next time I won't have to count. If it's closer to there, the more numbers you have, the easier it'll be. Okay, so 91 words, and I got 2 wrong. Okay, so to figure out how many I got correct, right, we would just do something like this. So the number of words read minus the number of words incorrect will give you the correct number of words read. So if I read 92, right, or no, 91 words, okay, I got 2 wrong. So that would equal 89. okay? And to double check your math, right? 89, 90, 91, okay? The reverse property, right? So 91 minus 2 is 89. So that means that I read 89 words correctly. So on my sheet for day 1, okay, I would just write day 1. I would find on the chart where 89 is, which is about almost at 90, right? So I would color in, and you can choose whatever color you want, or you can use a pencil or pen, any kind of writing material. So I got 89 words correct. So I'm just going to color in on my chart up to 89. We do this in school so the kids are familiar with it. Okay, so I just color up on my chart up to 89, right below 90. Okay, then you can have a goal. So if today I read 89 words, maybe my goal is to read 91 words correct. Maybe that I read 91 words, but I only got 89 correct. So maybe next time my goal could be to read all of the words correctly. Or I could do one that had, maybe I want to get to 95 words. Okay, so you pick a goal that's realistic. I would say within about 5 points. Okay, so since I got 89 correct, maybe my highest goal next could be maybe 94, right? Okay, but it could even just be to get a little bit higher, right? I think I'm going to go with 93. So now I'm just going to shade in what my goal is going to be. So my goal by the end of the week for day 5 is to get to 93 words correct. Okay, and I would chart my goal. So this is where I am. This is where I want to be by the 5th day that we read the passage. So you're going to read the same passage every single day for 5 days. And on the 5th day, okay, you'll have a family member track your progress with you. Okay, so we're only going to use this chart and figure out how many numbers, okay, and your family member only has to mark words wrong on days 1 and day 5, okay? So that's all that you have to do for day 1 and 5. Your family member is just going to cross it out for you, and on day 2, 3, and 4, you can actually just read it independently on your own, okay? So your family member might say, okay, it's time to do your fluency, and you can go read it on your own for days 2, 3, and 4, okay? All right, boys and girls, so that's our fluency. Happy reading. Have fun. Let me know how you're doing. I'd love to see your charts. I hope by the end of the week they go up, right? That's the important part. Okay, talk soon. Parents and guardians and any siblings, please let me know if you have any questions. Boys and girls, please let me know if you need any help. I'm here to help you. Okay, bye.